What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. It's Wednesday. Baby, she's been out of work. Remember one day when I went to work and I was hollering and screaming about going to work? I got there. I stayed there for about maybe 45 minutes. I couldn't take it. My entire body was like, bitch, go lay. You need to lay down. And I could not be at work. So I left work and I came home, got some medicine, and I didn't go to work yesterday. That's why y'all didn't get a video yesterday. I needed to not do anything. I needed to not be watching anybody. I needed to be by myself so that I can actually rest and heal. And today I feel so much better. So much better. I just feel so much better. I'm still have a little, lingering or whatever. But like, even in the video, I'm like, listen to your body, y'all. Like, for real. If your body is telling you something, I know we got to go to work. I know we got to do things. We got to do shit. But I was like, if I would have stayed at work as sick as I was, like all my shoulders and everything, I wouldn't have been able to get better. Sometimes you just need to lay down and your body just be still, to allow it to regenerate, to heal itself. Your body will heal itself, but you got to keep still. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did for the last 2 days. I caught up on a lot of videos that I've had queued up and stuff like that. I slept a lot, and it's good because, yeah, I can rest on the weekends, but when you're sick and there's kids around, there's no resting, right? There's no like, okay, I could just really kick back, I am trying to teach them some independence so that when I am not feeling well, that, they're not totally helpless, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so that's what happened. So I wanted to talk about today, a few things. I watched Real Housewives of Orange County last night. That Tamra is a goddamn liar. I have never seen a woman twist and turn some shit around as much as that girl does. I don't understand why this is my thing. You guys are all mad at Kelly for getting angrier at you all for saying shit about her. And you say things about her and then she cuts your throat off, your neck off, and then y'all mad at her. Now she's crossed the line. It's like, so when you said, because Vicky said that Kelly couldn't go up to her daughter's school because she was disruptive. Then she said she had a train pulled on her of 8 men. Then she said she was doing coke. She said it again last night. She said it again was it last night? Yeah, she said it again last night. And then y'all get mad when she tells y'all let me tell you something. She told Shannon, I don't know what kind of Kool-Aid you and Tamra are drinking, because I really don't know what's wrong with Shannon. Shannon, girl, honey, anyways, I'm not about to go through Real Housewives of Orange County like that, because I really wanted to talk about Flame Monroe. I did. And I wanted to talk about the reaction. I wanted to talk about the interview with the Breakfast Club and some of the reactions from some content creators and people on the Twitter. So before that, let me go real quick through Real Housewives of Orange County, because Tamra is a big liar. They're mad at Kelly for coming at them worse than they come at her, and they want Kelly to maintain this level of respect for them. And I don't know why they act like that. I don't know why they I was like, ooh, Tamra is in full white woman mode, because she had an excuse for everything. She couldn't get her lie together. And then you talking shit about Kelly. Now, Whether you believe Kelly, see, Tamara does this thing where she will mention something that is supposed to not have been said out loud or in public or in company, and then she acts like, oh, was I not supposed to say that? And then when it comes back around, she says, well, I didn't say it, I was just repeating it. That's what gossip is, y'all. Repeating something that you've heard that you don't know the answer to or the truth about. You repeating something, you retelling something that you heard and you don't even have the truth about it. That's gossip. So Tamara, whether you are talking about it, you're mentioning it. The thing with the train, you did that. You did that with the train. Then you're in the car talking about Kelly getting kicked out of the club or whatever with her boyfriend or whatever. You did that, girl. And then when somebody brings you, I was backing you up. Girl, no, you weren't. You were gossiping. I don't understand why she can't be like, yeah, bitch, I was talking, shit. I don't know any other kind of way to get the shit out, but act like I'm accidentally letting it slip out. Kelly be coming for them. Kelly called that bitch white trash. She was like, you gonna believe her? She's white trash. You gonna believe her? I don't know what kind of Kool-Aid y'all drinking. I like Kelly. I don't care. Kelly, they don't like Kelly because she fights worser. It gets worser and worser. Shannon, Kelly was right. Wasn't Kelly right about Shane being a dork? Being an asshole? Maybe it's not at the appropriate times, but goddamn it, y'all saying some shit to me when y'all cannot say things to people and then get mad when they react. That's just, I don't understand why I was like, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. Bitch, you just said I was a cokehead who has trains ran on her and I can't go up to my daughter's school because I'm disruptive to the administration. Girl, I'm gonna cuss you out when I see you. Period. Gina, I can't stand Gina. Every time I see Gina, have you ever seen Identity Theft with Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy? And they're in the underpass and she runs after him, and when he turns around, she gets him right in the throat like this. Bow! That's how I want to get Gina, whatever her last name is, Schlenchenberger. I don't know. I cannot stand that girl. It's the delusion, it's the denial, it's the arrogant, it's the acts, it's just the whole vibe. It's just I just can't stand that girl. I do not like that Gina. You don't know how she was telling Gina yesterday. I mean, how she was telling Emily. Bitch, we all having issues in our marriage. Just because you see this, and this is what I said about Gina last night. Gina is a lot like Shannon. That's why Shannon was able to see Gina in the last season and say, bitch, I recognize all the bullshit you doing, all the denial shit, acting like you don't know what the fuck is going on. I see you, bitch. I went through the same shit. Shannon is trying to be Gina's friend. Gina want to act all like she don't know what's going on. Gina's husband's cheating on her. Gina doesn't have a backup plan. Gina met her husband when she was when they were teenagers. He is her backup plan. See, he's her backup plan. That's why he won't let her go. One, because he knows she ain't going nowhere. She doesn't have a plan B. Just like Shannon doesn't have a plan B. Just like Shannon is sitting over here looking crazy because her husband, bitch, her husband started his business before they got married. Right before they got married. And the husband, you see how rich they are. You see how much money they have. His business boomed during their marriage. What was it, 18 years? How many years? How many years have they been married? 18 years or something? And now because there's a California law that says she's not entitled to anything because the business started before the marriage. Bitch, she is over there. When I say that bitch is over there distressed, that bitch is over there distressed. She didn't have a plan B either. She's the same bitch who did not know that she had a water bill. She had her damn electricity after she got a divorce. She didn't know that she had a water bill. That's how kept she was. Gina's the same way. Gina's the same way. Gina don't have a plan B. That's like, oh, he's talking about we're gonna get back together. And girl, you're gonna get back together so you have that stability while he still cheats. Okay? We know what it is. We already know what it is, Gina. I said, this is a dumb bitch. And every time she opens her mouth to say anything or to get anybody together, that's why Kelly told her ass, bitch, you can't say shit to me. Your life is in shambles. Don't give me advice about nothing, bitch. Nothing. When you sitting over there and your life is in shambles, you don't have a plan B, bitch. You got to go back to a dysfunctional marriage because you don't have a plan B. So don't give me no advice. Don't tell me how to act. That's what Kelly told her one day. Bitch, don't you do it. Your shit is in shambles. Shane is the asshole. Emily, I mean, I don't know. Emily, she has codependency issues and abandonment issues. She need to get rid of Shane. You know, look at me. I'll be telling everybody, get rid of him. Like the Reese had the shirts that say break up with him. That's my advice every time. But it's really not. But you know. Girl, no. You got out of the marriage. Where are you going? You were driving so fast to get right behind a school bus. You dummy. Anyways, what else is happening? What else on Real Housewives? Oh, they said Evelyn got baptized. Evelyn Lozada got baptized. I said, I hope she doesn't think that Jesus is a force field. Because, bitch, we'll drag you in the name of Jesus. Don't even, bitch, don't think. Do not think. And look at Kanye. Y'all, did y'all see Kim Kardashian? The way Kanye, bitch. Did you see her with that old Hilary Clinton pantsuit on? Girl, Kim, you could have found, I guess he said no form-fitting clothes or whatever. Girl, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. I hate, let me tell you something. I did it. I let a motherfucker tell me how to dress. I let a motherfucker convince me that let me cover my head so don't do it, bitch. Don't do it, Kim. Kim looked like a damn fool sitting up there with Joel Osteen. Did y'all see it? Go look at Kim and Kanye and Joel Osteen and come back and tell me if you see that damn, she had on Hillary Clinton's pantsuit fit better than that damn pantsuit Kim Kardashian had. Kanye is all on this thing now, y'all. You know, and like I told Charles, who did I tell? Charles last night. Y'all know how I feel about Kanye. But Kanye has found an avenue that feeds his narcissism. There's no greater place, no best place to go than to have your narcissism fed than in the pulpit. Okay? In the church. That's what Kanye has done. He's found a way, like, okay, how can I get people to constantly praise me, to not, but you see how he's getting dragged. So y'all let Evelyn Lasagna know, like Scotty says, you're not going anywhere, sis. We all together. She zoomed from behind me. It's a truck right here, and we going the same speed. We together, bitch. Evelyn, she went and got baptized. Somebody said she didn't do nothing but take a bath in the church. Bitch. Woo. Oh my God. I was trying to watch Little Kim on Hollywood Unlocked, but the way that Jason, I cannot stand Jason Lee. I can't stand Jason Lee. He is Leo to the max. I'll tell you, he is a textbook Leo. Y'all don't take offense to it. He's in a perfect business. He's starstruck. He's a full-on fucking narcissist. He wants the attention all on himself. He's not a narcissist. He's not a narcissist. He's very arrogant and very much self-centered and very much lacks self-awareness. But he's in the right business so that he likes to brag a lot. So the level of access that he has and the type of business that he's in, he gives them those bragging rights, or what he feels are bragging rights, and he acts accordingly. I can't watch someone interview somebody and always try to make it about themselves, try to bring the questions around back to themselves, or the answers back, or make the question about. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't do it. What else happened? What else was I watching? Oh, T.I. is gonna be on Red Table Talk. I hope Willow gets into his ass, because Willow is 19. She just had a 19th birthday. And it's good to have 3 generations of women on there, because as you can see by the response that we got from the T.I. thing, that there are some people who thought that what he was doing was okay. And what some people, and even though she was like, agreeing with the things that were, the negative things that were being said about her father, she agreed with them. And somebody said sometimes you need people to scream loud for you, and because you don't have the capacity, sometimes people need to know this shit ain't right. Just like somebody said last night on Twitter, stick up for your fat family members when you go to these holidays with your families. Don't let other family members shame you for going to get another plate if you're fat. Well, one thing that you can do is stop going around or revisiting trauma once a year for the sake of family. You can start new traditions that doesn't involve trauma, revisiting trauma every time. If being around your family is traumatic, they say that's how we get into toxic friendships and toxic relationships with people. Those relationships and how we pattern and how we frame our relationships and how we go into relationships, we learn those from our families. We learn that from our families, y'all. So if you're wondering why, goddamn, I keep jumping into these toxic ass relationships with these friends, with these niggas, with these bitches, sit down for a second. Look back at the relationship with your mother and your father and your aunts and your uncles. What was the vibe on holidays? What was going on? Was things being ignored? Were people walking around anxious? Did people not show up? What's going on? So instead of subjecting yourself to toxicity in the name of trauma and family, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. And I know it's fucking hard. Just like it's hard for these kids, like this girl Deja, to say anything to her family, clearly. Sometimes it's hard for people to say things or do things or get out of situations, but then you need people to be like, you don't have to do that. That's not right. You don't have to do that. Instead of just being like, that ain't none of my business. A lot of abuse and trauma occurs over and cyclically, generationally, because we minding our own business. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to, sometimes you need to consistently hear, hey, you don't have to be with your family and experience trauma. You don't have to do that. It's not healthy. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to talk about Flame Monroe. Flame Monroe was on The Breakfast Club, and goddamn it, Y'all know how I feel about Flame Monroe. I don't even think I have to kind of give a disclaimer. As with everything, hey, you don't have to agree with anything anybody has to say. You don't have to agree with everything. Just because you like someone, just because you admire their art, whatever, doesn't mean that you agree with everything that they have to say. My perspective is what Flame said. Some things that Flame said. First things first. Pronouns are personal. Okay? Pronouns are personal. What I want you to call me does not mean all straight women want them to be called that. If I say amongst friends, it's okay for you to say bitch to me. That doesn't mean you could call me a bitch, nigga. It don't mean that. You understand? It's personal. That's a personal choice, and you should respect it. It takes nothing to respect somebody's pronouns. I think that what Flame said allows people who carry anti-trans feelings and anti-gay feelings, anti-LGBTQ, it fuels or provides ammunition to those people who take pleasure or feel like they have some authority in order to call people what they do not want to be called. Some trans women put a lot of effort and a lot of time and spend a lot of money in order to be comfortable and live in their truth. And for you to believe that it is okay for you to disrespect them by calling them, misgendering them, calling them by their dead names. If Flame says it's okay, that's okay for Flame. That's not okay for everybody. If Flame wants to be referred to as he, she, we, he, whenever she's not, however she wants to be called, that's what you call her. As we grow and as we evolve and as we become more aware and become more sensitive, and as a byproduct of our awareness, we learn new language in order to describe the things that we're experiencing in the world. Nothing is being forced on anyone. As a matter of fact, I just saw an ad on in between a YouTube video where a woman was laying on a boat, and a man was on another boat, and he passes the boat. He gets off of his boat and gets onto her boat and lays between her legs and falls down on her and starts kissing her. This is an ad. This is a heterosexual couple getting busy on a boat on an ad on YouTube. If anything is being forced on anybody, nothing is being forced on anybody. If anything was being forced on anybody, everybody would be heterosexual. So Flame said a lot of things that, even though these are her, she's from the old school too, like she's 50 years old, so she has a different way of dealing with the public, and she's a comedian. So while she was at the Breakfast Club, not only was she there for herself, she was there to promote her act, right? And she said some things that were not, hey lady, this is not the path that we're taking. You're giving ammunition to people who already don't give a fuck about you. They're looking for an out to say negative things, right? They're looking for a way to be like, well, shit. She said that I could call her, so I'm calling everybody. You'll get your ass beat up. Do it if you want to. Same thing like we say with the N-word. There's things you can't say to people in a community. Within their community, you don't belong to that community. We just had a conversation a few weeks ago about nigga. And saying and men saying bitch to each other. Why would I, amongst women, I'm not gonna call you a bitch. I could see two women talking to each other. Y'all call each other bitches. I don't get it. But I wouldn't dare call, if I'm a man, wouldn't dare call you a bitch. We're not familiar like that. You call people what they want to be called. I likened what Flame did to a black person sitting in a room with white people and being like, you know what, them motherfucking niggas, they always, they always overreacting and shit. You could call me a nigga if you want to. That's what I got out of it. And whether or not within your community you have infighting and you have disagreements and you have confusion and people left out and language being used, you still have to move in a collective way. Like, okay, in our community, we are not allowing people to say the T word, right? So here comes Flame saying the T word. No, we're not doing that, Flame. That's what it's like. That's not the direction we're going in. It's like somebody drilling a hole in a boat and you not know, and you're like, why aren't we moving? Because there's somebody back there saying that we can call her the T word. I don't care, call me that. And I'm telling you this right now, I'm letting y'all know right now. Y'all already know how I get down. Anything anti-LGBTQ that is rude, disrespectful, out of line, off color, you're gonna get blocked, and you will get your comment will be deleted. If you have genuine questions, I'm sure there's people in the comments that will help you with your questions. There is websites all over the world, the World Wide Web. You can educate yourself if you don't understand language. I don't understand what cisgender was, and I heard a lot of commentary from a lot of the content creators who are black gay men. Trudy looking at me like she's crazy. Let me scoot on up to her and put my window down. You had something to say? Did you have something to say? No. Oh, of course you didn't. Of course you didn't, bitch. She rolled her eyes at me so goddamn hard because I was going too slow, I guess. And I said, you got something to say? No. Bitch. You gotta love them, baby. They the upholders of 54%, bitch. They are the upholders of almost every goddamn system. They cheat to get their kids in college. They vote for shit that's out their self-interest. They're dangerous. They're very, very dangerous. Very dangerous, honey. As soon as they are the victim, honey. As soon as the aggressor and the victim. Soon as you say something to them, honey, waterworks. Oh my God, I'm being attacked by the big black girl. She was big and black. At the end of the day, call people what they want to be called. If you're confused about anything, ask genuinely. Do not disrespect people by misgendering them. You still a man and all this other stuff. That's not, who are you, first of all, and what the fuck does it have to do with you? See, I think a lot of it comes from feeling like you got some authority over somebody. You know how white people feel when they act stupid over you? How they feel like they got some authority over you? I think that's where a lot of this shit comes from. A lot of it is stemmed off, I'm gonna call you what I want to call you. But just like Rodney said the other day, and I was laying down sick, and I'm watching him, and he said Sean Combs has come out and has changed his name 5 goddamn times, and every goddamn time he changes his name, you motherfuckers fall in line and call him whatever the fuck he asked you to call him. Diddy, Puffy, Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Love, Mr. Love, all that shit. Everybody falls right on line. Now, here's another thing. If I go to the courthouse and say, hey, I'm changing my name, I want to be called this, call me this, and if I was changing my name to another woman's name, would you have a problem with it? It's okay. You can call, you can call, like Ronnie said, you can call Sean Puffy, Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Mr. Love, Dr. Love, Puffy, S. Carter. That's Jay-Z. Jay-Z want his name with a hyphen, no longer with a hyphen. Everybody respects that. But when a trans woman says, please refer to me as Trisha, and oh no, your mama didn't name you that. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I asked you to call me Trisha. Why is it a problem for you to call me what I asked you to call me? So I can call you bitch whenever I want to, and even if you tell me don't call you that, I'm gonna call you what the fuck I want to call you. I don't give a fuck what you see how rude and disrespectful it is? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And I think that what Flame did, it did anger a lot of people. Because again, collectively, whether you have your infighting, collectively you move and be like, look, we don't do this within our community, and this is what we're letting people know that's outside of the community how to address us. And she did say at the beginning, these are my pronouns. These are my pronouns, right? Call people what they want to be called. That's it. I just think that, and Tim Blaine, his video and his response to it, I really appreciated his point of view, because I was watching everybody, and I'm getting a different perspective from a certain age group. I was waiting for Tim Blaine to say something, because he is a different age group than a lot of these content creators and a lot of the people responding. And he has a different perspective. And I was waiting for an older person's perspective who belongs in the community. And he told a story, and I thought was like, okay, even I was like, the way that he explained, like, maybe Flame compartmentalizes, like, I have my breasts because it's part of my job. And a lot of the things that Flame was saying, a lot of people didn't understand, but I did understand Flame. Flame said, I'm attracted to, what'd she say, female, I think she said female to male, trans men. Female to male, masculine, trans men. That's what she likes. I wasn't confused about nothing. And I think when you are devoted and committed to misunderstanding and to confusion in an effort to kind of support your views, then you're always going to be confused. Because if you really wanted to know, and you really cared, and you really wanted to know, and it wasn't just fodder, that you would actually go and educate yourself and understand, what these words mean, how to distinguish, because now it is important it doesn't take anything from you to refer to yourself as cisgender, because what you're saying is, I am a female assigned at birth, and I identify as a female. That's what that means. That does not mean trans means I was assigned a one gender at birth and I am now transitioning to another gender. Now, whether somebody, I think it's incredibly disrespectful to ask somebody if they have had their full transition. It's none of your goddamn business. The only time you should be concerned with what the guy got between my legs is if we getting ready to fuck. It's none of your business. And that's what it is. So, I'm letting y'all know now. If you have any questions, there's tons of websites. GLAAD is a good website, especially for like language. Fucking the dictionary is a good fucking place to start too. So I think it's just important that, if you really care to educate yourself, you will. You won't be confused. And respect people. Now, I think that a lot of what Flame said gives people, now I understand. Now this is one person that supports my anti-trans sentiments. I think she was doing some pandering in there. But again, she's there to be a comedian. She was funny. I laughed. She was funny. That's what she was there for. She was not there to say, I'm here to talk about issues in the trans community. I'm here to talk. Oh, and the thing with Monique, I just find it ironic that Monique is suing Netflix and Flame is on Netflix by way of another Sagittarius, Tiffany Haddish. And you're suing Netflix. And back in the day, I believe Flame. You stopped Flame from getting a job because you didn't like her lifestyle. I believe it. We were in a different time, and Monique probably had those feelings. She probably did. She probably had those feelings. And I believe her. I believe Flame. I do. Now, everybody talking about that lady is not lying. Okay? Everybody talking about that lady is not lying. So, and I think if she had a platform to say what she needed to say, then she took her opportunity and said what she needed to say. And that's just it. Anyways, y'all, what do y'all think? Like I said, I don't want any rude I don't agree. It's not for you to agree. You don't have any authority to agree or disagree. You don't hold any authority, because whether you agree or disagree, nothing is going to change. That person, and for the lifestyle and life, that's not a lifestyle. These are people's lives. These are people's truths. Nothing is being forced on you. People are just now not hiding who they are. That's what it is. It's not being forced on you. And if it was being forced on you, why aren't you gay? How have you maintained strength since all of the stuff is being forced for you to not take dick in your ass, or you not to get down between another woman's leg and eat her pussy? What have you done to keep the strength of your sexuality? You see how ridiculous it sounds? All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. And respect each other. Respect each other. For real. Like, call people what they want to be called. And that's it. Peace.